Hello everyone, and it's time to do the Royal Rumble video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. You'll get more of my videos. You'll get more of me going mad and going on rants. You'll get more of me cursing out people doing roadworks when I'm doing a video. Things like that. So, what were we going to talk about? The Royal Rumble 2014 was in the early hours of the morning. And let's talk about it, because I always do a Royal Rumble video and it's a show I always enjoy. But coming into this one, I had a feeling that this would be one of those shows that would be entertaining, but for reasons completely different than what the company would hope for. So where do I begin? Leading into it, a lot of people for months have been on this Bryan, push Daniel Bryan, and there have always been these defences for it. And the latest one now I've heard is this fucking ass backwards argument that it's just the yes chant and no chant that's over. It's not necessarily Daniel Bryan. And whoever the fuck decided to, vocalize that, seriously, shut up. They tried giving it to Big Show. They tried giving it to AJ Lee. Guess what? Didn't work with them. Also, guess what? Fans don't get upset when either of those two lose, but they're extremely pissed off when it's Daniel Bryan. Very vocal. You can see the reactions. And tonight proved it again. It's like this Daniel Bryan thing has hijacked the last couple of shows for the last couple of years now. And it is getting ridiculous. And it's like the company refuses to hear it. And fans care about him, do something with him. And we had his match with Bray Wyatt. And I'm a big fan of Bray Wyatt. And I will say this, Daniel Bryan brought out the best in Bray Wyatt. He has that ability to do that. He's done it with Mark Henry, he's done it with Big Show, he's done it with very limited guys, and then really, really good guys. And Bray Wyatt looked amazing. And in a way, I think Bray Wyatt really needed that match, because God knows that match with Kane at SummerSlam didn't really help his cause. He's a great promo, great character, and it's, they need to do something with him, and I felt that really helped Bray Wyatt in a lot of ways kind of get some steam behind him in terms of what he can do in the ring as a force of nature. And I really, really enjoyed that match, and I will probably watch that again later on. I really enjoyed it. I've got no complaints about it. Bryan lost, which was a shocker. I wasn't that upset by it, to be honest with you. More like I felt like it was good enough that it actually helped Bray Wyatt, and he did the right thing there in that sense. Then we had Big Show versus Brock Lesnar, and to tell you the truth, I wasn't all that pumped up for it. I do enjoy Brock Lesnar. I do somewhat like Big Show. I mean, he has kind of grown on me again in the last couple of years, and it was very quick. And I was talking to my other half, and it was like I was talking, and then I was looking, and I was talking, and then the match was over, and basically Brock just destroyed him with chair shots over and over and over again. Big Show looked like a quivering little heap on the ground, pounded him up some more. There was no Brock scream. I can't remember if he did his scream. Don't remember that. Destroyed him some more, and then that was it. The match was over. And I guess that's setting him up for, we presume, The Undertaker at WrestleMania. So, making him look like a force, although they should have been doing that for the last 2 years instead of having him lose to John Cena and fucking Triple H, all fucking people. They should have been doing that for a while. So, Lesnar destroyed Show. To be honest with you, it felt like more like an angle you would see on Raw more than a pay-per-view, but I do enjoy seeing Brock Lesnar, so I do enjoy that. Now we get to Cena and Orton, and let me start off by saying this. There was a quote made by Triple H years ago when he said that we don't pay attention to what the internet people say, that small little percentage. We pay attention to the fans in attendance and how they react. That's the critics that we listen to. So you have Cena and Orton come out. This is supposed to be this big match, the big epic rematch. Keep in mind, they've had God knows how many matches on pay-per-view. Keep in mind how many times Randy has attacked John's dad. Keep in mind how many times we've seen them wrestle and have I Quit matches and say they're never going to wrestle again. They had this match. Bless them, they did what they had. They did what they tried to do. The fans didn't care. The fans did not care. And it also throws something back that John Cena said. Fans aren't really bothered about, can this guy do a Marcus Strawcradle or do Dean Malenko style moves? It's, do I give a shit about this guy? Do I give a shit about the other guy? And the fans didn't give a shit about either guy. They chanted, this is awful. We want refunds. You both suck. I was trying to get a hold of people there so I could get a where's my pizza chant. I really tried to do that, but I was annoyed. They chanted Randy Savage, Daniel Bryan. They just did not care about this match. They crapped all over it, and you know, again, fans want somebody else in the picture, and it's clearly not those two. Maybe those two with other people, but not those two as a combination. And I kind of can't help but look at the Cena effect. And people go on about, oh, you shouldn't slate John Cena. You can only slate the on-screen character. And in a way, I could kind of slate him politically, because it's like the reins kind of was given to Daniel Bryan after SummerSlam. Think about this. Cena's hurt. He's supposed to be off for 6 months, if you believe that. But he's need to come back because he can't have a normal life and actually just rest, because God knows he needs it, because he does work very hard, but he has to come back. And it's like as soon as he comes back, it's like the Cena effect. And I knew that someone would be a victim of that, and obviously it's Daniel Bryan, because he's shoved right out of the picture and it's back to the old status quo formula. The best thing about that match was the Wyatt family interfering, actually, to be honest with you. I didn't really care. I mean, you know, who cares? Unless it was Cena and Bryan or Orton and somebody I wanted to see him in there with, I'd probably be a lot more interested, but we weren't, and the fans in attendance weren't. Now we get to the Royal Rumble match, and there was a lot of speculation about what was going to happen, who was going to appear. Was Chris Jericho going to show up? Was RVD going to show up? Was CM Punk going to win? Was Roman Reigns going to impress everybody? Dave Bautista obviously being the heavy favourite. Was Daniel Bryan going to have a heroic Bret the Hitman Hart Royal Rumble 1994 moment and appear in the Royal Rumble? What was going to happen? Who was going to come out? Were we going to have the Shield breakup? Seeds planted even more. And I'll tell you this, the Royal Rumble match itself is very entertaining. It's always been very entertaining. I liked the part when Kofi was attacked by NXT wrestler Alexander Rusev, and he was on the railings, got back up, walked over, and then leapt across. And I think I woke my neighbours up screaming, yeah, because of that. Unfortunately, I apologise. That was really cool. And then there was the other one where he was hanging in and he got back inside. That was really cool to see. But you could just see that the fans were not completely invested because they wanted Daniel Bryan. There was a funny moment with JBL, that was quite funny. The little Matador guy, that was funny. Roman Reigns looked great, by the way. The Shield were probably the best part of that match, to tell you the truth. Like, they've done so well with the Shield, built them up so well, and I thought that they were like the men of the match in a lot of ways. Roman Reigns looked like a force of nature, eliminating 12 people. He really, to me, has been the most improved wrestler in that company of the past 2 years, because I've seen him in NXT, and I can see a big guy that was athletic, but now he's really becoming more and more commanding, and he's getting your attention more, and of course, they're going to push him, and hopefully, like, he develops more and more. But you know what? They've got something there with him, I'll say that. And if he continues to improve, who knows, he could be in there with Brock Lesnar, and that would be great to see. Because Lord knows we need new opponents. I don't want to see a fucking be resorted to Orton and Triple H again, because for fuck's sake, I don't want to see that. But you could just see the fans, and they were all kind of hoping that Daniel Bryan would come out. And there was a rumour that Ultimate Warrior might appear, and there's a rumour that Jake the Snake Roberts would appear, and I wouldn't have minded seeing Jake Roberts. Warrior probably as well, but maybe doing an interview, because I like his interviews more. And you could just see fans anticipating if Daniel Bryan was going to come out. They wanted to see him come out. Roman Reigns just looked great. There was a great little moment with the Shield when Reigns eliminated, was it Cesaro? And then Dean Ambrose was standing behind him, and that was really cool when he tried to throw him out, and then Rollins like, "What are you doing?" And he was arguing with him, and then Cesaro almost eliminated them. Then Reigns gets back in, and then he throws all three of them out. I thought that was awesome. And that got a really good reaction. That was fun. And then when we get to Sheamus coming out, I think he came out a little bit earlier. It was alright to see him. I don't hate Sheamus, but they do really need to retweak his character, and if you want to know why, subscribe to my channel, check out my old videos, I've already gone into that. Hopefully they do him justice, because they have done him a disservice in some respects. Because he basically is the Irish Cena, and I agree with NYG for life for that. What else got to me? There was like an advert, I don't know if anyone got it, a WWE Network advert, and it was basically the announcement of it, because it came on when I was watching it, and it was this bloody Triple H and Shawn Michaels doing their DX reunion. And to be honest with you, and this touches on the New Age Outlaws winning the belts, it's like watching those four do something that happened 15 years ago. It's like going to your wedding and watching your uncle trying to do the Pulp Fiction dances and doing Gangnam Style. It's just like, please stop doing that now. Stop embarrassing me. back to the Royal Rumble. Fucking hell, what else happened? Yeah, fans just anticipated it. And then when Rey Mysterio came out, I think the fans were just so pissed off and they just shat all over this. Boo, loud boos. They cheered when Rey was out, and it's not Rey's fault. The fans really wanted Daniel Bryan. And the Rumble came, was wrapping up. Batista came out. Fans didn't fucking like that at all. What the fuck was Batista wearing, by the way? And Rumble was progressing. They were still chanting for Daniel Bryan. Kane takes out CM Punk. Is it just me, but doesn't Kane look like a more muscular, more juiced up version of Kelsey Kramer in his current, look? And Fraser Crane, for all of those who don't know who I'm talking about. He eliminates CM Punk. Punk, is probably going to be in a feud with Triple H. And then it's the final three, Sheamus and Batista and Reigns. Fans were chanting no when he was trying to do his bro kick setup. He gets eliminated, and the fans were so pissed off that it was just these two. But in a positive light, they did choose Roman Reigns. And a part of me actually really wanted to see him eliminate Batista and completely go against the status quo, because that would have been a hell of a statement and a hell of a risk. But you have to remember now, this company are not about making statements and taking risks anymore. But imagine if Reigns had won that and eliminated Batista. That really, really would have pushed him over the top. But I tell you what, Reigns came out really well, and the fans were cheering for him and they were siding with him, and they chose him in the end. They did not want Batista, and it was quite telling that when he eliminated Roman Reigns, the fans just fucking booed Batista, and they were not happy. They were really not happy, and there was outrage on Twitter, outrage everywhere on the internet, outrage on YouTube. I seen Delaxman's video, he was dead on. NYG for Life was dead on. True Slayer was dead on, even though me and him disagree about a lot of things. Once again, it's like the company refuses to hear this, and even Daniel Bryan acknowledged this, to tell you the truth, and I thought it was quite interesting. And Mick Foley said something on Twitter as well, didn't he, about it? And it's just like the company want to put these albatross crosses on the guy. This guy can't talk, this guy's got no charisma, he's too small, he's too pale, he's too skinny, he's too this, he's too that. The fans don't care. They care about him. They don't care about these things you're labelling him with. And it's a shame that they're not doing more with him, and in the interim building up a Roman Reigns and a Dean Ambrose and a Seth Rollins and a Cesaro and whomever else, because then you could have a whole heap of fresh new main event to upper mid-level talent. But they just don't, they're just not as committed to doing it as they should be. And fans were outraged, and the Royal Rumble wraps up, and it looks like we're getting Batista versus Randy Orton. And to tell you the truth, I'm not really interested in seeing it. We're getting Cena and Wyatt. Okay. Batista and Randy Orton doesn't really interest me. If Batista was in there with somebody else, I would be interested. And just to emphasize, I don't hate Batista. I don't dislike Batista. But I would rather see him in a different role. I was quite happy when he got the role of Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy. I was quite happy for him to get that. I was, an advocate for that. But this stuff that they are doing with him, this stuff that they've been doing, it's like, the fans want Bryan, the fans want somebody else, and it just, you saw it there live, and again, it's like the company will not pay attention. And I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do after WrestleMania? Who do they have after WrestleMania? It's interesting. To me, the best bet is turn Batista heel, Bryan face, have those two go at WrestleMania. I don't fucking want to see Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, to be honest with you, but apparently that's what they're going to do. And that was it. So guys, let me know what you think. I've pretty much said what everyone else has said, really, other than the fact that I felt Roman Reigns deserves to be applauded because he looked really good out there. Dean Ambrose was a lot of fun out there. CM Punk was good out there. He was there for a long, long time. And WrestleMania is building up, and it's kind of like a WrestleMania of matches that I'm not completely blown away by, and it looks like they're going to have to pull something out. And I wouldn't be surprised if the rumours are true, because we get these every year, but don't be surprised if we see Sting sign with WWE and do something with them. He may not, but if he does, I wouldn't be surprised, because the current WrestleMania lineup, potential WrestleMania lineup, doesn't interest me in the least, unfortunately. And it's a shame, and it's like they're just coasting off the WrestleMania name and throwing out any matches out there, and that to me is arrogance in the company's mind. to me, but I'll go on about it another time. Guys, I'm sorry if I'm not too energetic, although I did shout out a builder just a minute ago. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you have to say. If you're down at wrestlingforums.com, hello, Waffles. It's nice to see you if you're watching this. And comment, share, like, get this talking. Anwar thinks you better do a video because I'm going to watch that. I want to know what you think. And, oh yeah, it was also good to see Kevin Nash get thrown out by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns for the Hall of Fame, just for doing that, by the way. And, yeah, let me know what you think. Guys, I will probably be doing another video soon. And I think it will be like an MMA versus pro wrestling one. So be prepared for that and choose your side. X-Men trailer or whatever is coming out again today. So I'll probably do another video. So I've got 3 videos on the way. Guys, love you all. Take care. Comment, rate, subscribe. And I am out. Bye.